Okay, here we have the cage tape hoop that I made as in my tutorial. This one goes with my Disney bell. This one is a lot more rounded. I'm just going to walk around now. This is extremely lightweight. I hardly feel like I'm wearing it at all. Okay, I'm just going to twirl it round now and you can see the movement of it. It's really, really easy to twizzle in, and it also collapses up and down quite easy. So that's that one that I use for my Disney Gold ball gown. Okay, I've now put my dress on over the hoop to just display the movement of the dress over that particular hoop. If you're wondering why I'm wearing the smart top thing, it's for extra warmth. Mum made it for me for outside ventures. Okay, I'll just walk around. As you can see, you need a much more rounded hoop if you want the bell dress, or a much more rounded dress that's equal all the way around the bottom. Whee, there we go. Yeah, very busy. Okay, this is probably one of the very first hoops that I bought. These can be bought off eBay or various internet sites, so this is a pre-bought one. It did have 6 rings, but it was too long for me, so I cut the last ring off, so now there's only 3, 4, 5 rings. But you can get them in 3 or 4 ring sizes anyway. This one has a drawstring. Could ideally do with some help. Okay, right, it's on now. I'll just show you around quickly. Looks like. And this uses approximately 1 centimetre wide steel. But I still find that this type of steel can be a bit flimsy, especially when you've got the wind. The wind tends to force it in. It's slightly different, I think, to the round coil steels which you see in a lot of Victorian cages, which I personally think looks a lot stronger than this stuff if it was coiled, but that's what it does. I'm just going to turn around now so you can see how it spins. As you see, it's sort of doing the wave thing, but it doesn't go into the legs, but it swings nicely as a bell. Okay, this is a hoop cage used for my Scarlet ruffle gown. It can go even bigger than this, but I thought it was just way too big to start with. Again, it's got steel rings, but they're very narrow, about ½ centimetre wide. As you can see, this one's got about 9 rings, I think, 8 or 9. The steel is a little bit stronger, but then as you can see, it's also made of a very stiff net, which again helps hold its shape a lot better, so you don't really get too much movement. And I find when I'm walking in the wind with this, it doesn't push quite as much as the previous white one did. Anyway, again, this one just does up with drawstring. This one's at the front, makes it a bit easier. It has an elasticated waist on this as well. This one I bought from Germany off eBay, but unfortunately now I think they've stopped selling them. Basically, I'll just go around, you can have a look. And I'll just do a quick spin in it. does hold its shape out very well, so it'll be very good for really heavy dresses, or probably dresses made from a stiff upholstery fabric. It would probably cope with that very well. But if you want to spin like a Disney princess, it doesn't quite do what the tape hoop does for the bell dress that I showed you first thing in this video. Too long, it will eventually go into my legs. The Cinderella really needs to do a nice spin. Okay, this one is the live action Cinderella cage. Now, I originally bought the truly Victorian elliptical cage pattern from the truly Victorian site, and it turns out that afterwards, and I'll show you a video in a bit, that an elliptical cage, it is not possible to dance like Lily James did in the film, because it keeps bashing into your legs, which you'll see in a few minutes when I show you the clip of what it was doing. So my task was to try and make this cage and this skirt look still elliptical with more at the back, but we had to round off a bit more at the front. And the pattern actually said for the first 4 rings to finish here, but if you look at a lot of historical elliptical cages from mid-Victorian times, you will find that these rings actually do go to here, and there's possibly a lace up at the front here as well for extra support, and the rings do continue around the front. You will also see on old-fashioned cages that these rings, the first few at least, actually come out a lot more than the bottom, so you would just need to make your tapes long enough to compensate, and make sure that your bowing obviously is going to be enough to go around from this point to the back. So I just suggest you search in the cage and you'll see what I mean. The pattern also said to put these ties from that side to the other side on all 4 of them. That meant you had ties going across your bum, which really did not help with dancing. So if you want to make a cage look still slightly elliptical but be able to dance like a Disney princess and still be able to spin, you need to get rid of those ties, and you need to make the alterations we have on this. So I'm just going to show you now what it's like to spin in, and it's not as bad as it was when it was just so much more space at the back and the force just kept pushing the back ring backwards every direction I span in, and then it would actually keep pushing this into my legs. So now we've balanced it a bit better. easier. So I'll now show you a quick clip of the video when I made it truly elliptical shape, and you'll see the difference.
Okay. This is showing the second layer of Go Days that have been sewn on now.